XRP will be the most valuable asset in the entire world. And in this video, I want to break down exactly how that's going to happen. Guys, over the past couple of days, we have seen some tremendous interviews dropping from some of the highest up people in Ripple. And guys, guess what? It paves the path for XRP to be a global reserve asset. In this video, we're going to break that down, so make sure to stick around for this whole thing. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. Thank you to everyone who takes the time to like these videos and subscribe to the channel. These two simple things really do help me out so much. Also, if you ever need a place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my favorite change upload down in the description of this video. But that said, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So guys, I want to start this video off and just drop a quick, kind of weird, interesting piece of news that just hit, and that is that the new chair of the CFTC actually just posted something kind of cryptic, maybe referencing Brad Garlinghouse and Ripple. Caroline Pham just posted that she is now in her position at the CFTC and posted the caption, "Lock in." Now, I know this seems kind of silly, but Brad Garlinghouse has always had a close relationship with the CFTC and specifically Caroline Pham. And now she's essentially copying Brad Garlinghouse's new term, "lock in," on her first day at the CFTC. I just thought this was kind of funny and interesting, and more importantly, really puts forward the idea that this new administration is pro-crypto on almost every single level. Not only do we clearly have extremely pro-crypto people at the SEC, but now we also have it at the top of the CFTC. We also have it in the Treasury. We also have it in the president. Guys, this entire administration is covered with extremely pro-cryptocurrency people. And honestly, I think the first year of this administration has blown me away in terms of how positive we could get the landscape for cryptocurrencies in the United States. But it's important to realize that we're just wrapping up the first year, and we still have 3 more years of potentially game-breaking legislative changes coming to the United States to make the United States the cryptocurrency capital of the world. Please do not lose sight of that. These things do not change overnight. But what they do is dramatically change a landscape over time that will cause trillions of dollars to be ushered into this industry. And in this video, I want to show you why trillions of dollars will be ushered into this industry and why I think it's going to happen in a way that could make XRP the most valuable asset on earth. I want to start off and play you guys a clip of Chris Larsen actually talking about the value of XRP. Because a lot of people talk about the value of the XRP ledger, the value of the settlement platform, but not enough people focus on the inherent value of XRP itself. And honestly, I think it's something that's often overlooked. So I want to play you a clip of Chris Larsen, one of the first creators of the XRP ledger, actually talking about the inherent value of XRP itself, because I believe not only is this interview really going to set us up perfectly to talk about how XRP becomes the most valuable asset in the world, it's also going to show you that, guys, this is something that is believed by the creators of the XRP ledger itself. Listen up to this.
Well, XRP is another cryptocurrency, right? It was created before, Ripple. But, the key things that we think about, put all of the applications that are being built on crypto, put aside all the ideas about it being used for payments. What are these things? They're kind of a new financial product. I think that's, in my view, supplements the world of many, many other financial products. They're an additive, right? They're a lubricant to the world economy. So in some ways, a lot of the industry gets a little carried away with the rhetoric about, oh my God, revolutionizing everything. I get it. That's kind of, it can be a rallying cry, but we have this very complex world dominated by all these fiat currencies from countries. And along comes this cryptocurrency that doesn't belong to any country, that's really, in a way, low level and simple. What I mean by that is it's not carrying all the muck of the country, right? Any country's currency, it isn't just, how much are they printing, or how much are they destroying, or what are their interest rates, but it's all the values of that country, the restrictions, the capital controls, you name it. Every country has its own set. So that dollar or the RMB or the yen or the euro, it carries all that muck along, not just muck, good stuff and bad stuff, but it's very heavy. And the beauty of crypto is very simple, and it doesn't inflate, and it's straightforward, and anybody on the planet can kind of figure it out. And there's all the open source stuff of what's going on. And, there aren't all the kind of societal values going with it. That is very cool. It's more in line with kind of internet protocol, which, internet protocol is very low level and simple. That doesn't mean stuff building on top of it won't be complex. Facebook and Google and AI is super complex, but the fundamentals are very low level. And that's really good for the world. And that's what makes it unique. So I think that's why it makes it a very useful technology. And at the same time, as an asset, just the notion that it's a store of value is a revolution enough, right? A lot of people are like, well, what is it used for? Like, okay, that's enough. Right, the notion of something that can transmit value, but not inflate in this world, that is a unique thing. So whenever people say, "Well, what's that currency thing? What's it good for?" It's like, are you kidding me? Just it's the fact that the world is valuing it. Anyway, we already know that these things are fundamentally valuable and will be a growing part of the world economy. That's a good thing.
Now, guys, I just think that is such a powerful clip, because what Chris Larsen does there is something that's not talked about a lot in mainstream crypto. And that is the power of the cryptocurrency itself inherently being a non-issue, decentralized piece of value. This is so important. And Chris Larsen highlights something here that I don't think is talked about enough. The fact that for the first time ever in human history, we have assets with no counterparty, completely decentralized, that can act as currency, not under the sovereign jurisdiction of any single country, counterparty, or corporation that can manipulate it, is inherently massively valuable. You get all the attributes of currency without having to deal with, as he calls, the muck associated with the people making the decisions that currency is tied to. The XRP ledger is a decentralized settlement platform, but XRP is a neutral, decentralized reserve asset for this system. It's the currency that is completely different, unique than anything else out there. And that is extremely powerful. I believe the world we're heading into is going to be a world of separation and segmentation. Countries are going to look to take back control of their local economic systems and currencies rather than relying on the United States. This creates separation. But there's no doubt that at the same exact time we're putting up walls when it comes to sovereign control and self-control, we're becoming a more distributed and intertwined economy. There's more business to be done with other nations than ever. And as more and more nations develop, they are going to require more interaction with the global powerhouses. But what we're seeing is they want to be able to do that without relying on that global powerhouse to set the rules for their economic policy. What XRP does is creates a neutral settlement platform and a neutral form of value that bridges that gap. Because no longer do you have to trust or rely on your biggest geopolitical competitor in order to do business. You can rely on decentralized neutral code and non-issued value to transact with people without having to necessarily trust them. This changes the way the entire financial system works, the way people evaluate risk, and how people look at trust when doing corporate and international interactions. This is a brand new paradigm and a brand new asset class. But when you start to truly understand the power of what I just talked about, I believe you're looking at a technology that will trump the demand of currency itself and be exponentially more valuable than any source of value the world has ever seen before. Because these properties are completely unique and inherently different from something that's ever existed. But for all intents and purposes, absolutely better than the system we're currently operating in. In the same exact way, when the internet first came around, no one ever thought in a million years those internet companies could be worth more than oil. And later they were worth 10 to 20 to 30 times larger than the largest oil companies. I believe cryptocurrencies one day will trump the market cap of the largest internet companies on earth, and maybe even one day trump the market cap of the largest currencies on earth. Because these really are a better currency. It's a better way to source liquidity. It's a better way to settle value. Because for the first time ever, you don't have to depend or rely on someone to facilitate the economic means you're looking for. You can hold value, transact instantaneously, and move money efficiently over decentralized, non-owned, non-corporate, not subject to manipulation rails. And that is something that is vastly more powerful than anything we have ever seen created in our financial system. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed the update. And for now, Mickle out.